Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different, but something that I feel like needs to be discussed. I mean, it's not a huge thing, but first off, this is my CRKT Squid Blade HQ exclusive. Before we get into the meat of this, you guys can go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. So you get all the notifications when I post videos. You guys can go ahead and comment below your opinion on what we're going to be talking about tonight. It's not going to be a really long video, at least I hope not. But I tend to rant about things sometimes. But yeah, what we're talking about tonight is knife laws. It's kind of a controversial issue. People go back and forth over it. In my opinion, knife laws are stupid. Because I forget who did the research, but knives are actually under the Second Amendment, right to keep and bear arms. So, yeah. So I believe that we should be able to keep and bear arms, and that does include knives. So, just so you guys know, I don't have a whole lot of facts and statistics on this, so it's going to be a relatively short video. But from my quick research I just did, there are around 1,515 murders and, assaults with knives and other sharp objects per year, roughly, around there. And on top of that, which that sounds like a lot, because, I mean, it is. It's a lot of people getting hurt and killed. But when you break it down, because a lot of people think, oh, knife attacks, that's probably with some scary, big Bowie knife, or, a pocket knife, a real tactical knife. No, I actually looked it up, and again, these are just rough numbers. In 34 homicides, 94% of them are by kitchen knives. That's right. Out of 34 homicides, 94% are kitchen knives. Now, that makes sense if you think about it, because, as most of you know, if you're not a knife person, how many knives do you have in your house? Now, I'm not talking pocket knives, I'm just talking knives in general. You'll probably have maybe 3-4 large kitchen knives, and then a bunch of smaller steak knives. At least in my house, I know we have a lot of bigger kitchen knives, but we also have 24 or something serrated steak knives. And out of 34 sharp object homicides, 94% of them are, kitchen knives. Yeah, sorry guys, it's been a long day. But yeah, so, when they have all these knife restrictions, oh, you can't carry a knife. I know in Delaware you can't carry a knife over 3 inches. California can't carry an automatic with a blade bigger than 2 inches. In New Jersey, where I live, I can't even carry an automatic, period. I can't carry I can't carry a dagger. I can barely carry this, and I could carry a Swiss Army knife, probably. I carry more than that, but it really depends on the cop you get, especially in Jersey, because New Jersey is a communist state, in my opinion, or more of a liberal state. I like to say communist because I don't like New Jersey, but that's personal opinion. So yeah, it really all depends on the cop you get in New Jersey, because laws are very vague in Jersey, because they are out to get you. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. So if you really think about it, the majority of knife attacks are with kitchen knives, because they're the most readily available knives. You think of the UK, where they had a gun ban, so nobody's allowed to defend themselves with guns. So what are they doing now? they're stabbing each other to death. That's what a lot of the kids in streets carry. They'll have, BBC News did a documentary on it, a couple years ago, and they just met some kids on the street, and they had like 10, 12-inch like butcher knives just tucked into their waistband, because that's the only way they can defend themselves. And that's really what happens, going on a little side tangent here, but that's really what happens when you take away your right to keep and bear arms, namely guns here. When you take that away, with human sinful nature, we're gonna fight and kill each other with whatever we have. So if we have guns, there's gonna be shootings. You take away our guns, for one, unless you destroy every single gun in the world, which is impossible, the bad guys are still gonna get guns. But let's say you get rid of all of the guns in the world, what are people gonna do? Look at the UK. They're gonna start stabbing each other with knives. You take away all the knives, what are they gonna do? Baseball bats. You're gonna ban baseball bats? Okay. We'll grab sticks. What are you gonna do? Ban trees? Say you ban trees. Now we're all dying from no oxygen. But besides that, you take away that, we're grabbing metal bars. We're grabbing bricks. You take away anything. You put the majority of people committing these crimes in a padded cell together, they will rip each other apart to pieces with their bare hands. With human sinful nature, that's just how we are. We are violent, vile creatures, if you really think about it. So that's really why we need to protect ourselves, because not all of us are like that. Most of us are able to control ourselves, and we tend to use our weapons for good. Like, that's why I'm a firm believer in CCW, the right to keep and bear arms. You should be able to protect yourself, and I don't care what the government says, I don't care what anybody says, it is our God-given right, and literally it says it in the Bible, that we are allowed to protect ourselves. It is our God-given right. So that's my little tangent on why you shouldn't take away guns, because guns are like the ultimate equalizer. And a lot of people think like, oh, if everybody has guns, it's just going to be like in all the Western movies where people are shooting each other up. No, that's Hollywood. In real life, everybody's carrying a gun. Nobody's going to try and start anything because they know, hey, all these people have guns. And they can stop me quickly. And most of these are good guys and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, that's my thing on concealed carry and gun laws, but all that. But, yeah, so if you really think about it, pocket knives aren't being used to kill people. I'm sure some people, maybe a couple hundred people have, maybe not that much. I don't know. I don't have it right in front of me. This is me just making stuff up here. But I'm sure a lot of people have been hurt or killed with knives. But one thing I wasn't able, with pocket knives, one thing I wasn't able to come up with is the numbers on pocket knives. But also, it said 1,515 homicides. Now, I don't know if that's just homicides or knife-related assaults, but I want to know how many of those was somebody protecting either themselves or their families. Because if you're in a state like, if I'm in New Jersey, I am allowed to legally own a gun. I can't carry it. I can use it. I can keep it in my house, and I can take it hunting, but it needs to be in a lockbox, which is stupid. All that normal communist crap. But if I don't have access to a gun, I'm grabbing a knife. If somebody breaks into my house, I'm taking every measure possible to protect my family, to protect myself. And look, I'm not a violent person, and I don't think most people in the world are. But there is a certain level to where you just need to say, okay, here's the line, and if this line gets crossed by anyone, I don't care who it is, I am going to protect myself and my family. If it's a robber broke into my house, if it's somebody trying to rob me on the street, trying to kill me, I don't have a wife or any kids yet, but when I do, if somebody tries to rape my wife, my daughters, kill them, do anything, I don't care who they are. They can be a robber, they can be a rapist, they can be a normal person on the street, they could be a cop, they could be, I don't know, they could be a diplomat. I don't care who they are. If they cross that line, I'm doing whatever it takes to protect them. So, I know I said I was going to talk about knife laws, but I'm kind of getting all over the place. But I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. Like, this isn't just about knife laws. I'd like to say that's what this video is just about, but it really isn't. What it boils down to is we have a God-given right to defend ourselves. Now, I'm not saying pocket knives are for self-defense. Hang on, guys. Light just went off. There we go. I'm not saying knives are for self-defense. They can be. I could defend myself with this. Wouldn't want to. But if I had to, I could. This is a tool. This is not a weapon. This is a tool. Same thing as a box cutter is a tool. This just has more versatility. A sword? Yeah, that's a weapon. I still think we should be allowed to have them. Guns. I'm not going to say they're tools, because in one sense they are tools, but they're tools of warfare. But not just of warfare, of personal protection. And I believe, I've said this a lot tonight, but I believe it is our God-given right to be able to protect ourselves, whatever the cost. So, yeah, that's what it boils down to, is we have the right to protect ourselves. I don't care who says what. I obey my laws, but if my life is on the line, I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried out by 6. That means I'd rather be tried by a jury than be carried out by 6 pallbearers. So I'd rather be in jail than dead. The same thing for any of my family. I'd rather have me go to jail because I protected my family, or somebody else's, or my friends, or somebody else's family, than have them be dead, and it's because I did nothing. So, and I'm a Christian. I'm sure most of you who watch this know that. But for those I don't know, I am a Christian. And I can't in good conscience just let that happen. So, yeah, so that's my spiel on knife laws and stuff. I know there wasn't actually many laws I talked about, but long story short, knife laws are stupid. You should be able to carry any knife for any reason you want, as long as you're not going around stabbing people. But that gets into a whole another set of details and stuff. Sorry you guys are just looking at my steering wheel, but I was trying to keep the knife in frame, but when I get talking like this, it doesn't always happen. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching this. Let me know down below what you guys think about my opinions. These are my opinions, so try not to get offended, because quite frankly, I don't care. But yeah, so I will catch you guys later. If you guys have any ideas for videos I should do next week, please let me know, because I'm slowly running out of gear to talk about. I'm looking at getting a new knife soon, but that's a whole different thing with money and all that. But yeah, so thank you guys for sticking with me through this video. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you next week.